Almost knocked over all the dishes I'm trying to put away. Hello. Okay, what's up, everybody? Welcome back to my channel, Nicole's Accountability. My name is Nicole, and I'm a person in long-term recovery. I just celebrated 8 years sober yesterday, and I am also a person who utilizes long-term medication-assisted treatment as a tool in my recovery, and I specifically use Suboxone. So I have been getting a lot of comments from those of you guys that are also utilizing Suboxone, and you guys are talking about Suboxone and sex drive. And so I thought that I could hop on and chat with all of you about Suboxone and sex drive, and how I have taken my own personal sex drive from absolutely non-existent to back and better than ever, baby. So come on in, don't be shy. If you don't mind, please share this video to other people so that way they can come and hang out too and get some support, because it can be a really lonely place when you feel like you're the only person that's experiencing a struggle like not having a sex drive. So let's get into it. First of all, you need to know that I got on subs in August of 2015 after I had already been sober from drugs and alcohol for about 30 days. I got on subs as a recommendation from my doctor, and at first when he recommended it, I was like, oh hell no. But then when I came out of treatment, the longer I was out of treatment without any support, medical support, I felt really triggered and I wanted to use, and my husband was on subs, so I decided I would give it a try. So I started my Suboxone journey out on 8 milligrams of Suboxone, and then I went up to 12 milligrams by the second month on, and that's where I stayed for about 4 years. During those 4 years on 12 milligrams, I felt fine until around the last year and a half to 2 years. I started to realize that I felt depressed, I felt lethargic, I felt tired all the time, and I had no sex drive. Now, when you're a mom and you have kids, and you and your husband have jobs, and you're working, and you're busy, and all those things, a lot of times it can be really easy to overlook things like being intimate with your partner. I'm just keeping it fucking real. Okay? Like, you got other things on your mind, like making sure that your kid has new clothes for that school year, or making sure that your child goes to the doctor and gets their teeth clean and gets their checkups and all the things that you're supposed to be doing as a mom, right? So me and my husband had really not been focusing on that. And a lot of it was because, the first year of both of our sobrieties, we went through a traumatic event, having to fight for custody back of our son. So we kind of just had put intimacy on the back burner. And I honestly, noticed it and started thinking about it, and I started feeling really insecure. I started feeling like, oh wow, maybe the reason why he hasn't said anything is because he's not sexually attracted to me anymore. Maybe he doesn't want to be with me anymore. And all the things that our mind tells us, when we're struggling. And so I brought it to my husband's attention, like, hey, we're not being intimate. Do you not want to be with me? Do you not find me attractive anymore? What is the motherfucking deal? And that's when, my husband, bless his heart, explained to me that he was struggling, and that it wasn't because he wasn't attracted to me. It's just because it wasn't feeling. The feeling wasn't coming up, right? And that's when I realized that it was, a direct result of being on medication. I had never even thought about that before. So me and my husband started to communicate about the way we felt and about our struggle, and our lack thereof of intimacy. And we started to really purposefully make time to spend with each other intimately, okay? Because if we didn't, it just wouldn't come up naturally, right? So when we started incorporating that, making sure that we would be intimate with each other and talk about it, and set date nights, and things like that, that helped a little bit, but it still wasn't just like naturally happening on its own. And so that's when I decided to start tapering on my subs. Okay, so I started tapering down, and I probably noticed a big change when I tapered down to about 4 milligrams. I could tell right away that my little, what was waking up, baby. It was waking up. And so I was so happy, because I thought that it wasn't going to do that. I thought that I was going to be, not be able to feel like that. I started my taper, and about 6 to 8 months in, maybe a year later, I started to get that feeling back again. And I was so happy, you guys. And the whole time that me and my husband were struggling with this, we were talking about it, and not like, I've never been angry at my husband. And what I have found with a lot of women and men is that they hold it against their significant other for not being able to perform. Instead of understanding that it's not because they don't love them, it's not because they're not attracted to them, it's literally a side effect of the medication. What they do is they blame their significant other, they get angry with their significant other, and that don't help at all. If you're struggling with performance and your significant other is talking about how, oh, you can't even get it up, you don't even love me anymore, that's like the worst thing you can do. And that's what I see happen in so many relationships when it comes to subs and sex drive. Now, another thing that me and my husband have talked about and dealt with is testosterone issues. Having low T is a direct result, can cause the direct result of having no sex drive. And so we started to explore that aspect when I watched my friend Kevin's YouTube channel, Kickin' Addiction, where he talked about his own low T journey, and how when he finally was able to get testosterone, he was able to feel like a normal human being again and operate down there. You know what I mean? And so that's another thing that I think a lot of people need to take into account if you and your significant other are having issues with sex drive, is take into account the low T aspect, because your husband could be struggling with that, and it could literally be eating them inside, that they can't perform, and you beating them over the head about it doesn't help at all. So communication, connection, love, and support goes a long way when you're struggling with intimacy issues. Shame, guilt, accusations don't help at all. So if you have found yourself in a situation in your long-term relationship or even short-term relationship where you and your significant other are either both on subs or methadone, or one or the other is on subs or methadone, and you have been wondering for the longest why your sex life is non-existent, you could be going through exactly what me and my husband went through. And so this is a lot more common than you would ever imagine, and there's nothing to be ashamed of about it. Talk about it. Make sexy time with each other. That's what a healthy relationship does, is work through it together. So I really wanted to come on here and do this video for you guys. I'm doing it live because it was just easier, and share those things with those of you guys who might be struggling with low sex drive or low T in your relationship on MAT and in addiction recovery. So you are not alone. There's nothing to be ashamed of, and I just really wanted to say that. Hey PJ, what's up, baby? I don't know where everybody else is at, but you're here. That's all that matters, honey. I think some people might be embarrassed of this subject, so they might not be saying anything because they don't want to out themselves as being somebody that struggles with sex drive, low sex drive. But like I said, there's nothing to be ashamed of, and we're all grown-ups here, and it happens to the best of us. Oop, okay, so let's drain some of this meat. Oop, oop. I'm not putting this in the sink, I'm putting it in a cup, just so y'all know. Oop. Okay, there we go. Oh, have I ever overdosed? Yes, honey, many times, many times. Minty times. I was going to put this onion in there, but I think the boys will get mad at me if I do that, so we won't do that. Eee. Oh. The best thing you can do with your significant other if you're struggling with low T and low sex drive is communicate. Communicate, talk it out, work through it together. Love each other, love on each other. Spaghetti and garlic bread. Love each other, love on each other, support each other, lift each other up, encourage each other. Do not be ashamed of the struggle with low T or low sex drive, okay guys? There's nothing to be ashamed of. We all struggle. And me and my husband, honey, like I said, there's times where I make sacrifices, okay? And I feel like making sacrifices in a relationship is really important. There's times where I don't feel like doing it, and I make a sacrifice because I want to make my husband happy and I want to make him feel good. And there's times where he doesn't feel like, doing stuff. And he, oh, what happened? Are you having issues too, Rob, with that at home? Like I said, we work together. We're 100% a team. 100% a team. And so I think that's really important in any relationship. Okay. Yeah, Laura. See, and now that I'm off everything, honey, it's like wham, bam, thank you, ma'am. I'm alive down there. I'm alive. I'm sure y'all don't want to know that, but I'm just saying. I'm just saying. Oh, no, my sauce to be too hot. Do I have any meatballs? I think I do. That would be so good. Hold on a second. Hey, do we got meatballs?
I think we do.
I think we do too.
I think we have like the ones that you could just cook and eat.
I know, right? Or I thought we did. Man, that would have been extra good. That would have made these extra good,
Could you just put like small pieces of meat in it?
There's chicken. I got hamburger meat, but I really wanted. I made the regular meat sauce like I normally do.
What do you mean regular meat sauce?
Regular meat sauce like I normally do with the hamburger meat in it.
Oh.
Okay. All right, my guy.
Okay.
All right. I love you guys. I hope that helped you a little bit or give you some pointers. Like I said, we're all human. We all go through things. And it's healthy to communicate with your partner about those kind of struggles and, work through those things together. Okay? Oh, that's okay, Rob. It'll all in good time, honey. All in good time. Being in a relationship ain't all it's cracked up to be, okay? Hard work. Hard work and dedication. Oh my God, girl. Listen to me when I tell you this, okay? I thought being on a low dose of Suboxone helped me. Bitch, when I came off my motherfucking antidepressants, you guys, I swear to God, it was like a week where I was like, you know that song, Touch My Body? Like I was, I went and got that rabbit thing that, you know, I ordered it online. And I was using that thing 2 or 3 times a day. Okay? And I'm just keeping it real with you guys. Like, we are adults here, okay? And if you're a kid and you're listening to this podcast, I'm sorry, but you shouldn't be here. If you're over the age of 18, you already know the deal. So, yeah. In fact, I feel like it turned some switch on or something that made it, like, aware, you know? Woo, honey. Yeah, and my husband, like, I struggle with a little bit of low self-esteem when it comes to my weight. But my husband, he is amazing, and he makes me feel beautiful and wanted and sexy and all the good things. And I believe that's also, like, really important when you're in a relationship, is for your significant other to, you know, help you feel good about yourself, lift you up, and all the good things, you know? Ooh, this smells good, don't it, Nate?
Yeah.
Holy hell's bells, it sure does. Sure does, my little ting-tang. How old are you, PJ? You're banned from the stream if you're under the age of 18. You better be 18. Every one of y'all better be 18. I don't know why y'all would be watching much.
Like 35 people that are 18 in there.
I know, right? Well. Where's my damn strainer at? For these damn, gotta strain these noodles, y'all. Oh, there it is. Hey, Kimmy, how you feeling today? You feeling any better? Me and my husband, I couldn't comment on it because it's on my my TV, but me and my husband watched your video last night. And it seems like you're having an internal battle of what to do about your triggers or cravings. But my husband said the same thing. He was like, if she has to get back on Suboxone, that's nothing to be ashamed of. So, Neil said that too. Oop, I'm sweating. Sex drive and depression. I got first on meds to normal, so then the doctor had my testosterone level. It was 51. I believe you. I believe you. Music and sports. I fucking believe you. I believe you. You know, men, especially men that have used drugs, I know so many dudes that are, like, my husband's one of them. That's why when it came out that, remember when we found out that Reese had steroids in his apartment and not meth? That's why whenever I was reacting to that, like, I wasn't surprised, because many men struggle with low testosterone because of using substances for so many years. No, but my mom made them, and I just do not like zucchini noodles. I'm sorry. I like I'll do pasta that is wheat, made out of wheat, maybe a little bit healthier. But I do not like zucchini noodles. Okay, those are good. All done. You feel like relapsing? Why? Brandon, you have come so far. Don't make me come through this fucking phone. Don't make me come through this phone. Do you make a video about it, Brandon? And talk about it on your channel? And on your lives and stuff? You know, that will help keep you accountable. If you're having thoughts of using, talk about it. And let people know that you're struggling. Don't keep it a secret, because secret... A little butter in my nudes. I like to have a little butter in my nudes, y'all. Or whatever this stuff is, country crock. Okay? Okay. There we go. Okay, so just like I said with Kimmy, you need to start thinking about what's going on in your life that you're going through that's What is causing stress in your life? Because you're stressed out, something's going on, and that what makes you think that your brain has that automatic switch that says, oh, I know what makes me feel good when I'm having a hard time. Substances. Now, this is where the other part of what you have been teaching and learning in recovery comes in. But if you play the tape all the way through, past the point where taking substances gives you relief, what happens after that? What happens after you take the drugs? They give you the initial relief. What happens after? Then you start feeling guilt. Then you start feeling shame. Then you start going through withdrawal. Then you don't have no more money. Then you start fucking losing the place you lived, custody of your kids, all the things. You have to play that tape all the way fucking through. Because yeah, the initial part of using substances, that's the easy part. That's the good part, right? And it's summertime too, guys, which is totally like, I mean, a lot of people relapse during the summer because it's like, you know, people are outside in the lake, drinking alcohol, having fun with their friends, that kind of thing. Yes, play the tape all the way through. I mean, honestly, you guys, there's nothing worth throwing away the year's worth of recovery that you have rebuilt your life, okay? And no matter what you're going through, it might feel like it's the worst thing that you've experienced. But I promise you, I have experienced test after test after test in my sobriety, okay? And every time I overcome that test, a new one comes, baby. A new one fucking comes. And you know what I do? I fucking overcome that shit. And then the next thing comes, and I overcome that shit. And the next thing comes, and I overcome that shit. And so that's what you got to do. Keep knocking them out. It's kind of like a boxing ring. You're fucking Muhammad Ali, okay? And the triggers and the cravings, they just keep coming, but you just keep knocking them out. You know what I'm saying? So, but if it becomes an issue to where it's like constantly thinking about using, constantly thinking about changing the way you feel, then you need to do something to get help for that, because you don't want to make a mistake and push it off and ignore those feelings and then end up relapsing and losing everything that you worked so hard for. Okay? Okay. Look at that. That bread looks good. Yeah, that looks good. Yeah, those are done, I think. You know? So, and I'm not, y'all know I've gone through my share of cravings and triggers too, so I understand. I just want you guys to know that it passes. Like, the other night, I woke up really early and I did a live stream the other night at like 5 a.m. in the morning because I could not sleep because I was having anxiety about our finances. And I will tell you guys this, like when I was feeling those feelings, I haven't felt anxiety in a long time, and it was making me really uneasy, really uncomfortable. But I came online, I went live that morning, we all talked about it, and then it passed. It passed, you know? Like having the expectation that you're never going to feel uncomfortable feelings or triggers or the want to use, guess what? That's an unrealistic expectation. Okay, give yourself grace and understand that it's okay to have feelings and thoughts of using. What matters is that you don't pick up, you know, don't go out and get fucked up, and push through to the next day, you know. Just click on Brandon's avatar, y'all, and it'll take you to his channel. Right, Brandon? Is that your channel you're on right now? Yeah, you know, I saw somebody, who was it? Kicking Addiction was talking about somebody relapsing on fentanyl recently. I don't know who it was, but y'all, like, you can die. Like, oh gosh, please. It's so dangerous. Please don't go out and do some stupid shit, okay? Please do not go out and do some stupid shit. This is not the same, Brandon, as when we were getting high back in the day, okay? If you go out and you make a mistake now, it could cost you your life. All right, so play the tape all the way through. Think about everything that you've done for the last 3 years and how you've built what you have to where it is today, and use that as motivation to stay on the right path, okay? So I am going to, I'm going to upload this video. Brandon, comment your link in the comment section when I upload it, and I'll put it in the pinned comments, okay? So that way you guys can go follow Brandon and help support him. And also, Kimmy, you comment yours too, and I'll post both of y'all's comments in the pinned comment on this video. But I'm going to feed my son and eat some dinner, and then I'll come on. Give me about an hour, and we'll do another live stream about battling triggers, okay, and cravings. So give me 1 hour. It is 5 o'clock. I'll be back on at 6 p.m. Central Standard Time, and we'll be talking all about triggers and cravings. All right? Okay. Love y'all.
I'm having